But yeah, I saw on the news there's a person in Congress, I think they're from Kansas. They are also a substitute teacher. I don't know if this is true or not. When I worked in Indiana, the state legislature, so, and I don't know if it's someone in the U.S. Congress or somebody at the state legislature. I'm guessing it's because I don't know who the guy is. It's not my state, not my monkeys, not my circus. But it might be someone at the state legislator level. Because when I worked in Indiana, for GM, working for the UAW, right up until I'm pretty sure I was drugged or, I was either drugged or poisoned. That's the best I can figure out. That's my opinion. I told what I knew to the FBI. I hope they looked into it because I didn't realize until after I'd already complained. As soon as I figured out what was going on, I reported it to the CEO and the union leadership, and I didn't know it, but my union was out on strike. And then, like, the day after my union came back from strike, next thing you know, I've got a letter that I'm being evicted from my apartment. They aren't going to renew my lease. And I had just been up there. Everything was fine. They're like, hey, how's things going? All this other, no indication, like, hey, could we talk to you for a minute? We're not going to renew your lease. So, but it was like a week after that. And it was the day after my union would have come back to work. Management would have been in there. So this had to come from the union. But and then the I ended up reporting it to the FBI. I'm like, oh, you guys want to fuck around with me? You guys can fuck with me on a lie. I can fuck with you on the truth. So I reported it to the FBI because I was letting the CEO and the union know that I was pretty sure I was drugged because of what was going on while I was working and the fact that there were several medications that I was on for low chemical and mineral levels that I didn't seem to need anymore. The diarrhea was gone. I didn't need the massive doses of vitamin D or the antidepressants anymore. That need was gone. There were several meds that, I know what I was like before I was put on those meds, and that was no longer a problem. I felt better than when I was on the fucking meds. And but I did report it to the FBI, and again, I didn't know until after I reported it. The FBI was busy investigating the union leadership at the international level for embezzlement and a whole bunch of shit. And I did hear that the FBI was going in to interview people at the local level. So I'm hoping they looked into it. I'm not, it's just my opinion. I told them what I knew. It probably wasn't enough, but that's all I can do. I wasn't going to make stuff up. That's what people in my union and management did when they were trying to harass me for being a whistleblower. But I hope it was investigated. If it was fairly investigated and couldn't find anything, fair enough. But when I was down there, that was something that came out. The local legislature there, they don't really get paid a salary, or they don't get paid much of one, so they have to have a regular job, which understandably is why you can't get anybody worth a shit to do it. You end up getting these religious nuts and sister fuckers down there. And I got a feeling Kansas is the same way. Well, this guy is a substitute teacher. And among other things, I might talk about, hey, what's up there, Seed? I might talk about it during the stream, but apparently, among other things, this substitute teacher kicked a kid in the nuts. And I'm like, oh my God, man. I mean, the worst we had is we had a deaf substitute teacher who didn't want to let you go to the bathroom. We had, he was actually a really nice guy, but it was just this gigantic gorilla of a substitute teacher that he played dodgeball with you. And we were in junior high, and this dude looked like a power lifter. And he'd hit you in the leg, and if he hit you low enough, your legs were coming right out from under you. You had kids just flying through the air as he's dropping them in gym class. But that's and nobody really had a problem with that guy. But I'm sorry, you had they were reporting that this guy has been let go. He will not be a substitute teacher, and he was arrested But when you watch the videos, I agree with the person in the news. It's like, man, there's got to be a felony in there somewhere. But he would sit there and torture kids. He'd tell them that he was driving the demons out of them. And I don't know what he was doing, but he was squeezing them or giving them a bear hug. And these kids are just screaming. He ended up kicking one of them in the nuts. And I'm like, this is just nuts. I don't know what the fuck is going on with schools, but I'm like 50 years old, and I thought I saw some shit when I was in school, and that just blew me away. Hey, Seed Man, I got to warn you, I am a horrible singer, but it's kind of a hallmark of my streams. I usually wait for the person to show up, and then I sing a song very horribly. So, just bear with it. But I'm hoping I'll get some pity out of it because I'm such a bad singer. This one here, I think, it's a remake of an older song, but it's not the Taylor Swift one. It's a 80s tune that I listened to in either junior high or high school. It's Bananarama's Cruel Summer. I always liked listening to this one in the summer. I don't sing the whole song. You just gotta have some ear pollution for a few minutes. Hot summer streets and the pavements are burning. I sit around trying to smile, but the air is so heavy and dry. Strange voices are saying things I can't understand. It's too close for comfort. The heat has got right out of hand. It's a cruel, cruel, cruel summer. Leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel, cruel summer. Now you're gone. I actually thought that would be a good one for the pandemic. Let's go ahead and get this popsicle stand fired up. Okay, this right here is the closest thing to where I was at. I got to be honest with you. I get a little pissed off. I needed ice for the water park that we're working on. It's a community build. And every time I came by, I was going by every time I was going by, I was just doing a little bit on the ocean monument that I got over here that I'm kind of working on towards a guardian farm. And while I was going back and forth, I noticed these ruins down in there, and I know, hey, they usually have chests. With the chest, you can find the buried treasure. And with the buried treasure, you can get a conduit and make an underwater beacon. So I went down, I got it. Took a couple tries, and just so you guys are a witness, I'm not crazy. I'm not making this up. This was a brand new map. Okay, and this is the best way for me to find. You basically take the map, and you get to where you are just about dead center of the X, and that to me looks like it's about right here. I marked it. So on this direction, that's dead center of the map, okay? And then you come over and you do the other side. Yeah, that looks like that's pretty dead center of the map too, right there. You can see it. If you got good there, you can see that. I'm about dead center of that map. All right. So it should be, pretty much dead center where this crater is. And I dug the whole thing up. I absolutely dug the whole thing up. And when I got over here, I noticed that it had already been dug up once before. And there's a thing, if you don't break this, another little tip, if you do not break the chest when you get done, any new maps in this area are going to point to that empty chest. You have to break it. I can't find it. And so I got kind of pissed off. And what I'm going to do is I am going to blow the living shit out of this. Because I think there is kind of a glitch on this. So I'm going to blow this thing out. I gotta dig a little bit of a hole here. Okay, that should be good now. And let's see here. But I'm just going to take this down. So you guys are going to get to see a pretty epic display of TNT usage here on Minecraft. One of the guys I play with, he was just dicking around, I think, to make some TikTok videos, and they were actually introducing like crippling lag. Absolutely crippling lag from putting so many explosives on. Okay. See, I think there was another one. I got a treasure map over by where my trading hall is, where my ziggurat is. And that was the same thing. I found this giant hole over there, and I thought, "Oh my God, did somebody already get this?" And it was a little off from that. So I think there's a bug on the maps, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to kind of automate this. All I care about is just blowing this up to see if there is actually something there that, I just if it's there, I want to get it, and if it isn't there, I want to clear it. So if I get any new maps. And I should have brought a bed with me. Okay, let's see. Oh man! Don't blow up my. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little bit of repairing. Oh wait, where'd I go? You know, the jackass guys have to deal with shit like this, but you never see the Mythbuster guys have to deal with shit like this. Their shit works. This makes me think of that one Jackass movie where they were doing this giant rocket, and that when you watch it, they talk about how they had like one rocket that exploded. Johnny Knoxville was on it. That thing exploded. And the people that built the rocket, they go, "Yeah, we always have a spare. This it's rare, but this one happens." But they looked at how it exploded, and they let Knoxville know that if he had been like 10 feet, 15 feet around the corner, that from where the rocket was, it would have blown him up. He would have died. So I don't know. Hey, I don't know how many people are here, but let's go ahead and get a raffle going. I gotta fix this or it will screw up. It will screw up. If the water's down there, this stuff will not explode. It'll explode, but it won't do any damage. Give me a second. I gotta let the water run down. Oh man, I think Seed took off. I think my singing scared him off. It's like, yeah, that was just weird. Like I said, I usually just look for stuff. I don't think anybody's from the stream is going to be. I watched one person's stream today. I was there for somebody last night, and they didn't make it. But yeah, that one there where they were talking about how ooh, got another water hole to patch up. But that's literally all I'm going to do until I run out of TNT or I hit rock bottom. That really pissed me off. It really, really pissed me off. I was digging this. I was digging this thing down, and I ended up suffocating because I was a little lightheaded. I got pissed off, and but I am just gonna. I'll make a clip of this, but it pissed me off that map just was not working. Yeah, I'll have to do a shout out on his Twitter feed. Yeah, I know I warned you my singing was bad, man. I think he took off. You got to repair the water leaks. But that just because, like I said, I ended up suffocating because I was lightheaded. I wasn't feeling good, and I was so focused on digging this out that I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. Okay, I got another hole to patch. This okay, I got some more holes to patch. Yeah, I just did. I'm like, there's got to be a chest in here. Because there's other buried treasure that I can go dig up. But see, until I clear this one, anything that I do is going to point right back to this. Okay, I'm gonna go back and sleep in bed. I'll have to go put one on. I told you my training was really bad. Yeah, Biker and Wiresmith usually show up. This is really gonna. I'm not feeling great anyway, so I'll just stream for a little bit. Get my stream in. I at least got one person that's working. Speed showed up and then didn't stay. Yeah, Biker and Wiresmith are usually pretty good to show up. Yeah, I can't get too mad at Biker and Wiresmith. They're usually there most of the time, and like I know Biker just moved. Yeah, I did a little looking, and I can't find anybody else really complaining about this. But this is not the first time it's happened, and it's not just on the Bedrock dedicated server. I've run into this before, where you can dig an area up all over, and there is just literally nothing there. Okay, let's go ahead and drop down.
Yeah, that whole thing in the news about the teacher, I'm just like, man, I haven't been on a. But the thing is, there's stuff that's going on. Like, I don't. It's like a friend's granddaughter. I think that's the accurate way to put it. She was getting like sexually assaulted by people at school. The world has really changed, and kind of scary, really. Yeah, we're down into the 40s. Usually, a chest will show up by now. And I dug this out. I'm gonna do another swath. I dug this out pretty good. Yeah, she was like sexually assaulted, and I don't remember a lot. I mean, maybe it happened, but I don't think it was as predominant as what it is now. Um, I really don't think it's all that bad, or was, but nowadays it's like, Jesus Christ. The shit kids have to put up with just kind of terrifies me. Okay. Yeah, I got 2 of the 3. Where's the little third one at? I have 1 of the 3. Where is my sand? Yeah, I could not just fathom that. It's like, oh my God. Like I said, we had some strange substitute teachers, but nothing like that. We had that one, granted, maybe it had it coming, that one substitute teacher. Now, I never participated in this. Hey, biker man, welcome aboard. I had one guy that I've been following on Twitter show up, but I think my singing scared him off. It's like, but oh my God. Oh yeah, the thing on the thing on the topic, there was a thing in the news. Apparently, there is a teacher in Kansas who he's been arrested. It's like a misdemeanor, but he did plenty of weird shit. But yeah, I know. I tweaked some settings, and the thing that I think I found was I can't stream this at screen resolution. I just can't. I've tried. It just doesn't work. So I have to scale it down, or I have to change my my desktop resolution to what I can stream at. And what I found was I noticed finally that when I was setting up my screen resolution, that the lowest 2 settings that I could put were like a radically different aspect ratio. And I got thinking, I'm like, well, maybe it's harder for the CPU to do that. And so what I did was I looked for the smallest screen resolution to output it to that actually had the 16 by, I think it's a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. And the CPU usage is low. My network, and this might be all it is, my network is actually working really good today. It's been green since I started. I have no drop frame rates, but it might be because I changed those settings. That might be the defining characteristic of it. Yeah, the reason I'm doing this is I'm just blowing this up because while I was digging ice and while I was messing with my ocean monument, I came over here and I found a buried treasure map. I went and got it fresh out of the ocean. It wasn't like an old one laying around. And it came right here. And I'd already dug it up a bit. And I did it right at the beginning of the stream. The thing should be centered on this torch and this torch. So it should be, it centers out on the map 7161 by, on the first coordinate, roughly 6261. And I dug this whole thing out. I dug all this down and I could not find it. I dug a big plus sign here. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to blow this whole fucking thing up. And I wish it could be a little more epic. I really don't want to crash the server, but after that one you did, I really wish it could be a little more epic. I honestly do. But I got thinking, I'm like, well, I got the damn gas farm. Just light this thing up and see what happens. If there's like an invisible chest in here, when I get done, it should be gone. It should be no more. But yeah, there's a thing on the news. Like I usually look for like strange things right before I stream. And I saw a thing on the news where there is he's a substitute teacher in Kansas. He's been arrested because apparently he, among many other things, the video I saw was extremely disturbing, but he apparently kicked a student in the nuts. I'm really not exaggerating this, but he was doing something I'm going to call a hillbilly exorcism. I don't know if he was like pinching them, giving them a bear hug, but there were all these videos of him grabbing these students and they were screaming. And then he was telling one kid after he tortured the kid and the kid ran out of the room, he said, yes, the devil always runs. I mean, it was just, and this dude needs a fucking straitjacket. And I'm like, we had some strange teachers. I'm not gonna lie, we had some absolute strange teachers, but none of them were like criminal. I mean, it's like we had one guy. He was a deaf guy. He got a hearing aid, and I honestly did not do any of this. I honestly did not do any of it. But students would they fuck with him, and maybe that's why the old bastard wouldn't let anybody go to the bathroom or whatever. What they would do is, and again, I never witnessed it. I always heard the stories, but what they do is they would start talking like, they would start talking, but they wouldn't make any sound. And you had to get the whole class on it. And what they would do is they would get him to think that his hearing aid wasn't working, and so he'd get his pencil out and he turned the hearing aid up. adjusted his hearing aid like 2 or 3 times, and then they start talking really loud and just blow out his eardrum. And they fuck with him off and throughout the class like that. And we can go ahead and throw that out. And then the other thing was there was a girl that really needed to go to the bathroom, I guess. I mean, it's not a thing where he wouldn't let people go if they were like a, yeah, it was, it wasn't like, oh, he wouldn't let people go, because they've been abusing it or whatever. He just wouldn't let people go at all. And there was one girl, and I was actually friends with the girl, I believe this actually happened. The one girl, she really had to go. And she goes, don't you ever have to go to the bathroom? And the one girl I knew, she goes, no, he just pisses down his wooden legs, so she got sent to the office for that one. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna get that map out again because this actually went faster than I thought. Usually you find those chests at like Y60 or whatever. When you look at this treasure map, this looks about dead center for the map. 7262. Looks like we're about dead center of the map. So this one we've really blown that out. It's going down to at least Y50, Y40. Then you come over here and you line that map up again. Again, it looks like we're pretty centered on that map. So that's pretty well excavated. I mean, I'm not even trying to bullshit it. I have dug that up. I'm literally not seeing it. Because I'm not into the 40s. I have never seen a map below like Y50, Y60. And to be honest with you, I already dug this out. I already dug down into the water pretty much. Like all the sand I dropped back in to fill it out. I got tired of digging because I was doing it lightheaded the one day. I did playing for a little bit. I ended up suffocating because I wasn't paying attention to my air. That's on me though. But I'm literally not seeing it in here. But it pisses me off because if I get any other maps over here and open them, I would like them to actually point to a treasure I can get. Instead of, I'm pretty sure I dug this up once before and I couldn't find it then either. But I couldn't find anything. I asked around, but I couldn't find anything. But I was actually wondering if there was like invisible chests on this thing. I should be able to get out over here. Man, that one dude, I gotta go and apologize. He was like, hey, I did warn you, my singing was pretty damn bad. Because right after he came in and yelled, yeah, or something like that. And as soon as I started singing, I looked up and he was gone. Yeah, I'm just going to write this off as a lost cause. But usually, if I line them on the map in both directions like that, it's almost dead center on that X. And I have seriously dug this. Like I said, I dug it all the way out into the water. That's why they're cobblestone. I replaced all those blocks there. But and that whole seawall was gone. That I added so I could come in and blow it up. I just don't think I really don't want to complain about candy ass little glitches, but that one is annoying. That one is extremely annoying. See, somebody else I was playing with, it was him. Yeah, I dug that ocean wall down to Y40. That's why it's cobblestone. I dug that whole thing down. I had to replace it so I could get the water out of it because I was just, after I died, I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to get killed anymore on this. I'm just going to blow it the hell up. And so I filled that whole cobblestone wall was all dug down to Y40. I rebuilt it so I could get the water out of there. I don't think there's a map there. It's over by where my trading hall is. I did the same thing over there. I think I got a Heart of the Ocean over there. I don't think I'm using it yet. Might have even turned it into a conduit. But when I found the map for it, when I got there, because Bullet's been over there too, there was right next to where the map should be, right where the X was pointing me to, it was already dug up pretty bad. It was already dug up real bad, and I thought, oh man, Bullet must have dug this up and left the chest. Well, just for grins, I dug it up anyways, and I did find the chest, but I think the same thing happened to him. He dug where it was supposed to be, and then when I came along, it actually pointed. I'm not entirely sure. I think this is the road I was working on. Yeah, that's the road I was working on. I came up in the wrong area. But I did find that one. This one here, but this has happened before where no matter what I do, you dig the whole area up. I took down entire islands and didn't find anything there. So it happens. Ooh, evil. Oh man, I forgot to do Bruce Buffer at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, I figured I'd do, hey, Wiresmith, welcome aboard, man. We got 5 people. Let's get a raffle going. Oh, they're shooting at each other. When I swung by them, they must have pegged one another. Yeah, we got 5 people on the stream. It is a good day, people. It is a really good day. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clear this bad omen at my iron farm here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the water park, and let's see if we can get some stuff done over there. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I go up there to clear the bad open, and then as I'm flying away, I get hit with another one. Oh, Silent Whisper did a video. They did a video about your iron farm's not working, and I built mine off of his design, and I panicked, so I came over here and just hung out until I saw golems start to drop. So I'm thinking, what the hell did Microsoft or Mojang do now to kill the iron farm? But no, his is still working, so that's good. Oh, and just like a little update, I have added on to this tree farm, and as far as I can tell, it all works. Like I added a couple more rows of pistons. I think there's a slight timing one. This double piston extender doesn't always work, but because I've gotten this working, the redstone is kind of mishmash. Hey, no one entered the raffle, man. Shame on everybody. Shame on everybody. But it does seem to be working on occasion, but there might be a slight timing issue, and the redstone's kind of just haphazard. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as I get a chance, and I might not be until after I get done with the water park, or if I get bored with it and need a break, but I'm going to rebuild the red one some over here, and I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it a little bit based on this, and then I will try and do the redstone a little cleaner. And I've also thought of a way that I might be able to do the pistons better. They won't be able to push as far, but I might be able to group them in a little bit better. And I'll have to work on that. That's a kind of a maybe. I don't know, but I will work on that. And then, but if I clean up the redstone, it should work a little bit better. But I think I might be able to get this to actually function, because the one thing I've done here is I've gotten this to where it will almost push this out here. And I think what I got to do is once it gets out here, then I just got to start pushing it that way and then take it this way. And then I can have it be pushing like 1 or 2 rows of it at a time and actually get that into like something like a traditional tree farm where you can just stack a bunch of it up in a little piston chain. And that's what I'm going for. I don't know that I'm going to succeed, but I do have some hope. It looks like it might work. I'm at least really close. Man, nobody entered the raffle. Okay, let's go ahead. They see me rolling, they hating. Yeah, they can't. I don't think they can copyright me for singing horribly. Let's see if we can get people joining the raffle this time. Well, since we're walking by, and like I said, I could use a little bit of a break. I was out doing, I used the push mower, I did the weed eater thing. I could actually use a little bit of a break. So this is the gas farm. I kind of showed it working on the other stream, so I'm not going to do it every stream. I'm kind of proud. This is Silent Whisper's build, but he built his like right over a lava lake, and I built mine over here and dug it out of the rock. But I am slowly slabbing this because I didn't even know this was down here. But I am slowly slabbing this so it'll cut down on the gas spawns. You might not be able to see it completely, but down there I did a lot of slabbing already. Like underneath this, I couldn't see this from the ground, but you can see like where those 2 red trees are. I think there's a lot of slabs there. There's a lot of slabs down here, but I've already slabbed it up a bit down there. But I'm going to eventually slab this over to increase my spawn rates. But you know, I got to say, before I started slabbing it, this was actually, I got to admit, the Nether update and the Nether update they did really gives me hope for the Cliffs and Caves update, because if they do half as good of a job on the Cliffs and Caves as they did on the Nether update, we are in for some really beautiful terrain on this game. I just cannot stress that enough. Okay, I have to run to the bathroom real quick, so I will be back as quickly as I can. The cat likes to kind of peek in on you when you're using the bathroom. And she poked her head in that door. I think she suffered a little bit of emotional damage. That could not have been a good aromatherapy session for the cat when she came in there. Got a skeleton? Oh, we have an enemy approaching. Hey, I really got to commend you, man. A lot, a lot of the parents, I haven't really heard you complain too much, but a lot of the parents, they got to put up, they got to basically do a lot more with their kids because of the pandemic. They've got to help them with their schoolwork. They got to be their guidance counselor. They got to be the gym teacher, and then they're just dealing with them all day. You don't get a break during the school. And you can see it, you got these parents, they're not saying a bad thing about their kids, but they're just flipping out and they're like, we have to get these kids back to school. And you've been weathering it like a champ, which I think is outstanding, man. Uh-oh. Hey, I told you, shitbag, no ticket, no ride. What the hell, man? This is not a homeless shelter. Get the hell out of here. I don't know if I'm going to get the time, but I might bring some polar bears over here and have like a polar bear section with signs up, don't feed the bears. And, have them penned in so they can't get out. And then, like llamas, just put some stuff by here so they'll see it as they go by. Okay. What is... Man, I'm usually not in positive coordinates. This is it's kind of a surreal thing for me. Okay, we want to come over to 588. Oh, I got to drop some of this crap off. Ooh, ooh. That's just a little service announcement for you on behalf of Animal Planet. Yeah, we got more redwood over here if you need it, biker. Every chance I get, I'm making a little bit more of it. Okay, I have no idea if this is going to work. I absolutely have no idea if this works. But my intention is to dig this down and get to a spot where there is a bubble column that will push it up to the top of the mountain, and then I can send it off the edge of the mountain, have it drop back down about where it started. That is the goal. I kind of wanted to bring it out so we could see the Halloween town that we built. There was there were more than 3 people that pitched in. There were people on the server. Rex Bear, I think, was one of them. There were quite a few people. They came over and helped me dig shit out, and I am grateful for the help. They participated. Everybody that participated I was glad that they did. It was a nice thing. Okay, let's dig this out at least a little bit more. And then there were people like me, biker, even Hayden. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I go up there to clear the bad open, and then as I'm flying away, I get hit with another one. Oh, Silent Whisper did a video. They did a video about your iron farm's not working, and I built mine off of his design, and I panicked. So I came over here and just hung out until I saw Gollum start to drop. So I'm thinking, what the hell did Microsoft or Mojang do now to kill the iron farm? But no, his is still working, so that's good. Oh, just like a little update, I have added on to this tree farm, and as far as I can tell, it all works. Like I added a couple more rows of pistons. I think there's a slight timing one. This double piston extender doesn't always work, but because I've gotten this working, the redstone is kind of mishmash. Hey, no one entered the raffle, man. Shame on everybody. Shame on everybody. But it does seem to be working on occasion, but there might be a slight timing issue, and the redstone's kind of just haphazard. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as I get a chance, and I might not be until after I get done with the water park, or if I get bored with it and need a break, but I'm going to rebuild the red ones from over here, and I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it a little bit based on this, and then I will try and do the redstone a little cleaner. And I've also thought of a way that I might be able to do the pistons better. They won't be able to push as far, but I might be able to group them in a little bit better. And I'll have to work on that. That's a kind of a maybe. I don't know, but I will work on that. And then, but if I clean up the redstone, it should work a little bit better. But I think I might be able to get this to actually function, because the one thing I've done here is I've gotten this to where it will almost push this out here. And I think what I got to do is once it gets out here, then I just got to start pushing it that way. and then take it this way, and then I can have it be pushing like 1 or 2 rows of it at a time, and actually get that into like something like a traditional tree farm where you can just stack a bunch of it up in a little piston chain. And that's what I'm going for. I don't know that I'm going to succeed, but I do have some hope. It looks like it might work. I'm at least really close. Man, nobody entered the raffle. Okay, let's go ahead. They see me rolling, they hating. Yeah, they can't. I don't think they can copyright me for singing horribly. Let's see if we can get people joining the raffle this time. Since we're walking by, and like I said, I could use a little bit of a break. I was out doing, I used the push mower, I did the weed eater thing. I could actually use a little bit of a break. So this is the gas farm. I kind of showed it working on the other stream, so I'm not going to do it every stream. I'm kind of proud. This is Silent Whisper's build, but he built his like right over a lava lake, and I built mine over here and dug it out of the rock. But I am slowly slabbing this because I didn't even know this was down here. But I'm slowly slabbing this so it'll cut down on the gas spawns. You might not be able to see it completely, but down there I did a lot of slabbing already. Like underneath this, I couldn't see this from the ground, but you can see like where those two red trees are. I think there's a lot of slabs there. There's a lot of slabs down here, but I've already slabbed it up a bit down there. But I'm going to eventually slab this over to increase my spawn rates. But you know, I gotta say, before I started slabbing it, this was actually, I gotta admit, the Nether update and the Nether update they did really gives me hope for the Cliffs and Caves update. Because if they do half as good of a job on the Cliffs and Caves as they did on the Nether update, we are in for some really beautiful terrain on this game. I just cannot stress that enough. Okay, I have to run to the bathroom real quick, so I will be back as quickly as I can. Okay, I'm back. Oh, excuse me. The cat likes to kind of peek in on you when you're using the bathroom. And she poked her head in that door. I think she suffered a little bit of emotional damage. That could not have been a good aromatherapy session for the cat when she came in there. Got a skeleton? Oh, we have an enemy approaching. You know, hey, I really got to commend you, man. A lot of the parents, you know, I haven't really heard you complain too much, but a lot of the parents, you know, they got to put up, you know, they got to basically do a lot more with their kids because of the pandemic. You know, they got to help them with their schoolwork. You know, they got to be their guidance counselor. They got to be the gym teacher, and then you know, I mean, they're just dealing with them all day. You don't get a break during the school. And you can see it. You got these parents. I mean, they're not saying a bad thing about their kids, but they're just flipping out, and they're like, "We have to get these kids back to school." And you've been weathering it like a champ, which I think is outstanding, man. Uh-oh. Hey, I told you, shitbag. No ticket, no ride. What the hell, man? This is not a homeless shelter. Get the hell out of here. I don't know if I'm gonna get the time, but I might bring some polar bears over here and have like a polar bear section with signs up "Don't feed the bears," and have them penned in so they can't get out, and then like llamas, just put some stuff by here so they'll see it as they go by. Okay, what is? Man, I'm usually not in positive coordinates. This is kind of a surreal thing for me. Okay, we want to come over to 588. Oh, I gotta drop some of this crap off. Ooh, ooh. That's just a little service announcement for you on behalf of Animal Planet. Yeah, we got more redwood over here if you need it, biker. Every chance I get, I'm making a little bit more of it. Okay, I have no idea if this is going to work. I absolutely have no idea if this will work. But my intention is to dig this down and get to a spot where there is a bubble column that will push it up to the top of the mountain, and then I can set it off the edge of the mountain, have it drop back down about where it started. That is the goal. I kind of wanted to bring it out so we could see the Halloween town that we built. There were more than 3 people that pitched in. I mean, there were people on the server. Rex Bear, I think, was one of them. There were quite a few people. They came over and helped me dig shit out, and I am grateful for their help. I mean, they participated. Everybody that participated I was glad that they did. It was a nice thing. Okay, let's dig this out at least a little bit more. And then there were people like me, Biker, and Hayden did a building. One fancy, but he contributed. He did the whole building. But like Biker and Zombie, oh my god, dude, they just absolutely kill it. They really built some epic stuff on there. And this is why I haven't really pushed for another community build, because I personally think it's what burnt Zombie out. He worked his ass off on that, but I think that burnt him out. And we lost a really good creative player on here. He really made some interesting stuff. I really didn't want to burn anybody else, but we got a lot of good players on the server. And I just didn't want to, I like doing it. I really do. When Christmas came, I wasn't feeling good. Doing the snow really hits my health. So it was kind of hard for me to do it. So I didn't really push for it. But honestly, even if I felt better, I might have done that on my own. But I wouldn't have asked for anybody else to jump in because I didn't want to cause us to lose another good player by getting burnt out on a big ass community build. So I gotta take this over. I gotta take it out almost another 100 blocks. And I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm going to dig it out. I think I can launch the boat, and I might have to do it with pistons, but I think I can launch the boat into the water stream and get it to go into the boat house. Oh my god, somebody here, person who owns the property, I picked up a movie called The Dog's Journey. It had Dennis Quaid in it. Not Randy Quaid, the guy from Independence Day or the Family Vacation movies. And I don't know if they're related, but Dennis Quaid. He's the one who was married to Meg Ryan until she cheated on him and fucking kicked her ass to the curb. But he was in it, and I thought it was an excellent movie. I really thought that was an excellent movie. Oh my goodness. What the hell is this? Okay, I'm gonna go sleep first and I'll come back. I don't want to get jumped by a bunch of angry mobs. I might have to start killing cows for meat over here. That's another mob that should drop meat as a horse. Cats, mobs, dolphins, they should all drop edible sources of meat. Oh my god, I put on Twitter something about, cats, and I've gotten like several people in there, no, not cats. And I mean, you'll never unlock the full power of Minecraft if you don't dip into cat power. The string they drop, I mean, they are a very powerful mob, and you just shouldn't cut your potential just because you're a little squeamish. There used to be a joke, and it was a billboard somebody put up. And it was one of those anti-meat, I don't know if it was vegans or what, but it was one of those anti-meat groups. And they put up a picture of all these different animals. I mean, they had rabbits, cats, dogs, and they go, "Where do you draw the line?" And then somebody put a meme up of it, and they drew a line like in between the cute household pets, like cats, dogs, and horses and that. And then the ones that people traditionally eat, the guy goes about right there. He drew the line in between the ones that are generally pets and not food. And then somebody else did it where they took the same billboard and they drew the same line that guy did in between the normal pets and the normal food animals. And then they drew another line down with more of the pets, and they said during an apocalypse. And then they drew one to cut out pretty much all the animals, and they put on there, "If I'm trying to bang a hot vegan chick." And I'm sorry, I know I'm a bad person, but that one busted me up when he put that line in there. "If I'm trying to bang a hot vegan chick," he was willing to eat vegetarian if it was like a hot chick that was the cause of it. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I and going to get out from under that. I'm gonna get out from under that stuff. I don't want to have to go and fill in anymore if I don't have to. I'd like to get out from under the sand. Hey, I told you no fucking tickets. You can't be on the rides. I'm trying to avoid having to fill in any more of this up there. It's looking like I'm successful. Yeah, this water is funny. I bet you it'll clear up now when I let it down this time. It should have dropped on its own, but it didn't. Yeah, this is better right here. Ooh, I'm gonna have to dump some. I want that clay. I might come back and replace this with glass. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep digging with the settings because if it isn't just the network behaving a little better today, this is the best this stream has looked in a while. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, this is oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna replace this with glass. If you want a really cool trip to go to the Mall of America if you've never been there. It's in Minneapolis. I don't know if it still is, but it was at one point the biggest mall in America. It was huge. They have an underground aquarium there, and if you know of another underground aquarium, by all means go to there. But it's in the shopping mall, and they have this underground aquarium, and like you start out and everything's alongside you, but there's parts of it where the aquarium you walk under it, and they're not really sharks, but they look like sharks. At least I don't think they're sharks, but they look like a shark. And apparently, if you are a rated scuba diver, you can actually go in there and swim with them. And I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Well, I'm not a good swimmer, anyways. But there's no way in hell I would be going in there with something that looks like a shark. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fuck with this. Uh, hey, you know what? That actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. Let me get this. Let me get this water sort of filled in. I had dropped some blocks off, anyways. But let me fill this in, and I will go. Oh, fucking gravel. But let me get this all filled in and dug back out, and I will go try the roller coaster and the water slides. Biker's got 2 rides done. I don't know if I can figure it out. That it's not really my strong suit, but I might find a way to use mob heads down there. Biker's the one on the server that's really good at doing armor stand art. Ooh. I'm currently eating ham or the pork chops, and I'm down to like 25 pieces of meat. So whenever I see, I was doing this at the Zebra's base. Zebra's another player. He just joined not that long ago. And we were over by his base. Well, he had pigs all over the place. And I just started slaughtering them. Biker was giving me crap. It's like, dude, I'm down to like 20 pieces of pork chop. I need to kill some of these guys. I'm running low on food. What's in here? Oh, okay. All right, let's go over here. Yeah, this is where the water ride's going to go. And I got more work to do on this. But the stuff that I've already done on stream, I don't want to make you watch the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna do the water part first. Yeah, we can get here. All right, let's see. What's my favorite color today? Well, since I just took an epic dump, I think I'll take the old chocolate water slide down here. Woohoo! The poor cat looked traumatized when she walked in and got a whiff of that. I love that cat. She's a little old, but she's got to learn. That's just rude. So here we go. We come out, and I watched him build this. Oh, that must okay. All right. Woo! Here we go, baby. Oh man, I think I'm gonna get sick. I hate roller coasters. Oh, it's awful. Woo! No! One more time, everybody. Uh oh. Uh oh. Where is it? Oh man, I gotta get that, and then I gotta go kill those pigs. I thought there was one more. We shall call him the pig that got away. Yeah, that's kind of cool. You know, the sad thing is, me and Biker are probably going to be doing most of it. I don't know. What was funny is when Biker first mentioned it, and I really, I didn't know if anybody's going to like it or not. But I'm like, well, we could do. I don't even know what this is. I'm almost afraid to ask. But I just spit out the idea because it's that time of year. Water parks are going to start opening. Maybe I don't know if COVID's going to screw them again this year, but they might start opening soon. Well, there were a couple other people on the Discord. They're like, oh yeah, that sounds really good. I haven't seen any of them show up to start doing anything. No, they haven't. Here's me and Biker over here on our own, like the fucking Hunger Games, waiting for other people to jump up and start doing something on the server. Oh, we have a pig sighting. Yeah, happy little pig. Pig in the woods, dead with a flaming sword. I think it's 588 I got to dig to. Yeah, Biker did a real good job on those. I think what I'm going to do is dig these all the way down. Oh man, this is going to be a bigger project than I thought. What I might do, I don't know, like Sundays are going to be kind of like an optional day. Like if I find something, if I got the time, I might just do it. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm not claiming it's going to work, but I might start doing like a just chatting stream. And there's one I want to do. It's going to take some time. And right now I'm busy editing the videos that I'm trying to put up on YouTube. But oh, here we're hitting that crappy fucking lag block shit again. But I got one I want to do. I've always been again. I find the subject interesting. I really do. I need proof to really sign off on it and believe it. But there has been some interesting stuff in the UFO community. There absolutely has. I knew of two, and then I was watching some. It sounds like there's 3 videos that were basically taken by the military, by the government, that have leaked. I have no idea. I'm the only one on the server. Yeah, Biker, just so you know, man, I'm the only one on the server. No, it's really good for your first one. Hang on, I'm having trouble keeping track of. Yeah, some guy sells water breathing, but it would help you. Thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah, I hardly ever think about them. The only time I usually think about them is when I'm working on a guardian farm or a monument. Okay, he's gonna make a stop button. Well, the other thing you could do is just make it so to get the thing to start, you have to power it up, and then when you come around to or put it on a timer. So it will only keep that starting powered rail powered for so long, and then when you hit it after that, it'll stop you. Oh, throw holes into the balls. Okay, I'll have to try that next time. Yeah, to me, and I understand what you're saying, but to me, they should fix it. This has been a bug for a while. But I'm the only one, but I think it's because it's all the water here. Because it didn't become a problem until I'm down here. I'm in an open cave and there's a lot of water around me, and that has always been a problem. If you get around the wrong water sources, they cause a lot of lag. I'm over a cave. I might have to do some major work in a little bit. But yeah, the one I want to do is there's some videos now, and I've always been a fan of UFOs. But the one thing is there usually isn't a lot of evidence. I mean, there's more evidence of that than I would say like ghosts or other stuff, but it's still there just ain't a lot of evidence on it. But now they've got stuff that has been taken by the military. You know, it's their recording equipment on like nuclear aircraft carriers and on top of the line fighter jets. Their gun camera footage, and some of it that's leaked. There's been at least 2 of them that have leaked. The military has come forward and said, yes, that is an official video we took. We don't know what it is, and I believe they have said that we don't think it was made by mankind. They have admitted that, and I don't want to get into it too much. But what I want to do is I want to take some of the different videos and show how they match up. Because like I saw one thing on the Joe Rogan Experience, and I like Joe Rogan, I like watching him. But let's be honest, the guy's a pothead. I saw him where he was talking to someone, and they go, "Man, when you did Fear Factor, you looked like you were stoned." And he was in a comedy stand-up. And he goes, "Oh, I was so incredibly stoned." He goes, "You got to think about it." He goes, "I'm doing a show where I'm trying to encourage some girl to eat like some kind of an animal's eyeball." And he goes, after a few shows, he goes, "I couldn't do that show unless I was stoned." He goes, "I had to sit here and egg someone on who was trying to eat like a cow's eyeball or something like that." And he goes, "There's no fucking way I could have basically done that show if I'd have been sober." He goes, I needed to be in like a different state of mind to just survive doing it and trying to, like, yeah, you can do it. They're eating all this god awful shit. And I'm encouraging them. He goes, "Yeah, I had to be stoned to do that job." Okay, let's light. Ooh, we might have a little shroom. But I'd like to match it up where when you have, stuff on Joe Rogan's show saying something and it's backed up by other videos, I would kind of like to piece those together. Oh my God, we have a rich cave network over here. Hey, biker, what's up, buddy? But the one thing I might do, like until I get that ready, if I'm feeling like doing an extra Sunday stream, I'm not going to do it if anybody on the server. So I just don't want to poach on their time. Like if they're trying to stream, I want to encourage them to have a good stream. But if nobody's going to be streaming and I'm feeling like doing it Sunday, I might do it just chatting one. And the one I'm thinking about doing now is just bullshit about whatever topic is available, and actually go over songs that are all about shooting people. Because there's a lot of them. Oh, okay. I'm not entirely sure how I got in here now. This was not a good day to go caving. I picked this up and I wish I could remember. Okay, here we are. When you go into a cave, and you don't have to do it this way. You can make your own system. But when I go into these caves, I always place the torches on the right. So if I'm seeing torches on the right, I know I already went that way. And when I see the torches start to show up on the left, it does help you a little bit get back to the entrance. And I need all the help I get. I get lightheaded and I kind of forget what's going on. Well, if I can always remember that the torches on the left mean you are heading at least in the right direction. You're going back down that cave. You're not going further in again. Okay, what we need here is, but because there's a lot of songs, and I'm probably more clueless than a lot of people are about it. But there's a lot of songs that are about shooting people. And I usually don't listen to the lyrics. I'll be completely honest. I don't usually listen to the lyrics. And it's a song I really like. It's a modern song. It's not like an old fogey song, but it's the Foster the People Pumped Up Kicks or whatever. That whole song is about school shootings. And it's like all the kids in the pumped up kicks better run faster than my bullets. And there's a lot more songs out there that are about mass shootings. And I just want to, and maybe it'll help, maybe it'll be fun. I don't know, but I'll dig up a bunch of songs. I'm gonna be singing them. I'm not getting hit with a copyright strike. And I don't care enough about that. I'm just doing it for something to do and maybe be of interest to people. But I don't want to fight a bunch of copyright strikes. So I'll sing them. Yeah, I apologize in advance. Just get some earplugs. Get some earplugs. Take some. What is it? Dramamine, the anti-nausea, the anti-nausea medication. Just take that. But if you look at it, these songs about these horrible incidents, it's really not a new thing. Styx did one called Renegade. Go back to country music. There's probably a lot of them about killing your family and shit like that. Just some horrible shit. Oh man, I'm almost there. I just need to get to 488 and then go to the other side of 488. 488 was the edge of the mountain. I might take it into 470. I'm not gonna lie, like I went out. I think I'm gonna try and finish this, and then I'm just gonna call it a good stream because we had 5 people on. We had some pretty good interaction in chat. And for Seed out there, man, if I drove you off with my singing, I completely apologize. It's not gonna make me stop singing. Just the beauty of it. I'm on the internet. I can't really drink anymore because of what happened to me. And maybe it would have been that way anyways. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't care enough about the drinking to really get into whose fucking fault that is. Now the couple of years while whatever was going on went on, I was basically eating, almost like a vegetarian because the meat that I was eating was setting off diarrhea and all this other shit. That I'm a little pissed off about because I can actually eat some red meat again. I was basically making tacos and sloppy joes with ground up turkey. I had to cut the hamburger down or it would just affect my stomach. I can actually eat a little bit of roast. I think the problem is I dated a girl that was a vegetarian, and the way she explained it, she used to be one. And she admitted that, since she went so long without eating certain kinds of meat, like fish and chicken, she came back to pretty easy. But she said when she still ate red meat, it sometimes bothered her stomach because her stomach wasn't used to digesting it anymore. And I think I've got something like that because of what happened. I'm a little pissed off about that because I actually like eating meat. I went through all this bullshit because I'm pretty sure some asshole just didn't like the fact that they had to quit doing shit they shouldn't have been doing at work and decided to take it out on me. Well, I'm sorry. If you wanted to do that, you should have went somewhere where that was legal to do. I don't think it exists in the United States, but that's where you should have went. The alcohol is annoying, but the whole meat situation, that really fucking pisses me off. Okay. Ooh, we are almost in the promised land, people. Thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate you sticking around. But yeah, there's a lot of these songs that are just about shooting people, and some of them you might not realize. I might find a few that'll surprise you. Unless you listen to a lot of obscure music, I'm probably going to find at least a couple that you've never heard of. But that's something I think I could do for a topic. Because some of them I'll do like more modern day music. Some of it I'll do older music, and especially for nowadays for like Twitter, there's probably a lot of stuff nobody's heard of on the internet. I am hopefully going to be able to light this up better. I just want to get the rough cut. Yeah, I think even if I have to, I can use pistons with slime blocks on it, and I think I can punt the boat into the water stream. Might be wrong, but I think I can do that. Oh yeah, I'll take this another 8 blocks, and we should be good to go. Yeah, because that'll be well past the 588, and then I'll have to build the actual water stream and the piston kicker to get you in. I might even work on that tonight. I'm just going to do it off stream because, like I said, I went out, I used the push mower to get some of the trim work that I didn't get the other day when I was using the riding lawnmower. I got the weed eater out and I walked around. That was a lot of walking for me. And then I took a lot of the dirt out of one of the raised beds and filled some holes and some other shit. And that actually took a lot out of me. I don't know how it's going to affect me tomorrow, but I got to start getting stuff ready for my container gardening. I got a reprieve. I really wanted to get the plants this week, but it's supposed to be getting down to the frost in this area where it could freeze. And if I get them now and I forget to put them away, or I'm not physically able to put them away, they might freeze. So I'm going to wait. And the earliest I think I'm going to pick up my plants is next Wednesday. The person who owns the house, they said they pay for it because we all get to eat it. Well, me and them get to eat it. My brother doesn't usually like tomatoes and stuff, but I'm starting to get that. And it gives me something to do, and I can actually do a fair amount of it. The setting up and the taking it down is the hardest, but a lot of it I can do sitting down. So I found that out last summer, unless I've gotten worse. There's a lot of the stuff I did in the yard last year because I was sitting down on the ground. I could actually do more of it, and it's the walking that really wipes me out on that. Yeah, we got this all dug out. I really want to appreciate. Oh, hey, I don't know how many people in here, but let's Okay, I kind of want to know this, and so for people that are watching this on YouTube and the people that are here in chat, please answer that question if you don't mind. I'm really not going to judge you. I'm just kind of curious. And just for your information, a UFO is an identified flying object. A USO is an unidentified submerged object because they have seen them in the water allegedly. And then a UAP is the new term, unidentified aerial phenomena. And I don't like it because if you have a UAP, then you need an USP, an unidentified submerged phenomenon. And as far as I know, they haven't really done it. But there's some of these things. It's like if you've actually heard about the Tic Tac video, I just saw an interview. It was the New York Post. They were interviewing the guy that used to be in charge of the. He used to be in charge of the. He used to be in charge of the ATIP program, and the way I think he was the one that was saying it. He was saying that you had to think about the Tic Tac, but he said the thing that either there was other military people who were there on the, I believe it was on the Nimitz, and they said, yeah, there's the video of the Tic Tac, but he goes, the thing a lot of people don't realize is there was something in the water, and he goes, we don't really know other than observation and opinion, but it looked like the Tic Tac, the thing that was coming from outer space and just dropped. And then this is the other thing that somebody cleared up. I want to find these videos and put them all together, but apparently they said, oh, it dropped 60,000 feet to like 10 feet above the ocean floor or the ocean surface, and just in like a second. And they said, no, they say 60,000 feet because that's the range of the radar equipment that they have. He goes, we're pretty sure that thing was in space, and it came from space and dropped to the water. And then it disappeared in about the same amount of time, but they can only measure about 60,000 feet because that's the range of their radar equipment that they were tracking it on. But he said it looked like it came down to communicate or something with the one that was in the water, and then it took off. And again, I don't care if people believe it or not. It's because it's real sketchy on the evidence. It really is. But yeah, anybody that's watching this on YouTube later, seriously, chime in. Let's get a conversation going. And it doesn't have to be a conversation, but I'm actually just kind of curious how other people feel about it. Yeah, if we could actually get a couple other people on the server joining in on this thing could look pretty epic. Snowball, I don't know how much he's playing, but he's got a big build on his own, so I kind of understand he might not come in on it. But oh my God, this was an amazing stream. I want to thank everybody for coming in. And if you're here and maybe think about giving the channel a follow, and then I'm trying to build up my Twitter right now, so if you could actually follow me on Twitter, and then it's absolutely the unwanted stepchild of Discords, but it's a real small Discord. Feel free to join the Discord. Hopefully we'll build it into something a little bit bigger. But if you could shoot me a follow on here, shoot me a follow on Twitter, I would appreciate it because I'm trying to build both of these up. But this has been an amazing stream so far. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Hopefully I'll see you back here on, I think today's Tuesday. Hopefully I'll see everybody back here on Thursday, 8 p.m. I want everybody to have a great day, and then peace out. Oh man, I had the Discord. I had the desktop sounds off. So I was running the soundboard. None of it was making. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and do better next time. Okay, let's find somebody to raid. Let us find somebody to raid. Who do we got? Yeah, the really big streamers aren't gonna appreciate it. Let's look for a small fry. Okay, I've rated Ironhawk quite a few times, and I don't think he's ever even come in and checked out my stream. And we're at the same time, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to check Yo Pockets 15. So please, let's go over there. Stop and at least say hi to him before you take off. Hopefully this will be a working raid here. Okay, here we go.